Hi, it's Maggie, and today I'm playing Whimsy Stories. So I haven't played this in like forever, but I want to continue this series because I like this challenge and I enjoyed it when I did play it. But yeah, here we're just starting off with Ileana. I think that's her name, Ileana, and I'm just having her work on getting parts and getting beeswax so that she can make candles for one of her job tasks, or I don't know if I should say job tasks, I guess just one of her job tasks. So she's supposed to make 3 cylindrical candles, and she did end up completing this, but at the very end of this episode, so I recorded for a couple of hours, and it was just really hard to complete this job task. I don't know why it was so hard, but here, taking a look at her aspiration, she needs to fabricate 5 items and reach level 5 in fabrication. But here she was really miserable, so I had her take care of her needs, and then we came back to the waterfront. There's a lot of work she needs to do, and I feel bad. I'm just like making her work so hard in this episode. But she really needs to work on her aspiration and her skills and everything. And one of the skills that she needs to get for this challenge is also, I think those skills are wellness, handiness, and fabrication. So, and in the end, she's only level 5 of the fabrication skill, but we do complete part of her aspiration. But yeah, here as you can see, I'm working her so hard. Oh my god, she had a fight with Vivian Lewis, because Vivian Lewis was stealing our recycling thing, and that just annoyed the hell out of me. She just kept stealing our recycling thing. I don't even know what this item is called, but she kept stealing it from us, which just really annoyed me. But yeah, anyway, most of this episode is just us grinding, getting parts from the trash can, recycling them, and doing fabrication. But we also get a new house in this episode, as the title says. So I built a house for her, so there's a quick speed build in this episode. And I know I don't usually do speed builds, but this one might be fun to watch because I was just building from scratch and I don't usually do speed builds, so maybe you would like it. I don't know. But here I just sped up a lot through her just digging for trash. It's just the same things. And then we are going to recycle them all from our inventory. But yeah, by the end of these days of like recycling trash and digging through trash, she's in such a bad mood. So I'm really, really glad we got a house, because she really... Sorry, my cat. She really needs to get a house, because this is not a good life. But anyway, her boyfriend came over. So if you haven't seen the last episode, which was like, I recorded like almost a year ago, which is bad. I kind of neglected this series, but they woohooed, as you could just see. And then I had the reason how we got so much money was because I moved him in, and I moved him in with us and with his daughter and his adopted son. But yeah, I moved him in, and that's how we got so much money to build a house. And by the way, the challenge does say you can use money cheats. I thought I read that in the challenge rules that you can use money cheats. I'm not sure. Maybe I read wrong. But I thought it was fine if I just moved him in, got his money, and built a house for us. And I did originally build the house for him and his adopted toddler and his daughter, his biological teen daughter. But after I was playing it with that household, with the new house, the toddler got taken away. So that's a common thing in my Let's Plays, is that I don't know why, but the toddlers and infants that I have in my Let's Plays, they always seem to get taken away. And it just annoys the hell out of me. Like, and here they're just woohooing in the trash bin. It's so nice. And I just thought you'll see, I thought that was so cute. I had to take a screenshot. But yeah, anyway, that's still pretty gross though that they were hooing in the trash bin. But anyway, and then I realized here that her deadline for the job that she was doing was already over. So I was just like, whatever, like, I'll just have her go home care for her needs. We'll focus on that later. But anyway, here I'm moving the whole family in, and I did a big speed, not a big speed build, but I did like a speed build with the money that I had, which I think was 21,000, as you can see here. But yeah, here's a speed build. I don't think I'm gonna talk too much over it, so I'll get back to you when the speed build is over. So here's just a quick tour of the speed build. It's maybe not the nicest house because, you know, I'm not really accustomed to building. But I mean, I am happy with the way it came out. But anyway, I'm just gonna have Ileana work on her fabrication skill more, which she's still easily able to do now since we have a house and we have everything she needs in that one backyard area. But yeah, first of all, I had to care for her needs and then, oh my god, there was a fire, which just annoyed the hell out of me. I hate how often fires happen in this game. It's just so annoying. So there was a fire, and we didn't get much money for it, only $220, which wasn't enough to cover the expense of the stove. So later on, when we do get money, I'm able to replace the stove, but not right now. So for now, I'm just having her work on some handiness skill of her handiness skill. And I take a look at the plants and I realize that some of them are out of season because it's already fall now. And then here I actually take the time and select a gig for her, which was just the same one we had before, which is kind of annoying because this one is just really annoying, collecting beeswax, making candles, submitting them. It just seems like it's just really tedious, and it didn't work the first time because the due date was up. So yeah, that job task was kind of hard, but we got it done in the end. You'll see. But anyway, we had them sleep, and just taking a look at her aspiration, I have her just get up, and I believe I have her work on getting beeswax. Yeah, I remember I had her get beeswax. So I have her make another candle. So she makes the right amount of candles. But then I noticed that her boyfriend, he's an astronaut, and he needed a chess table to get his logic skill up. So I had him come to the backyard, work on his logic skill with the chess table. And then here we are back at the waterfront, of course, and we're just checking if there's any beeswax, and there isn't, which sucks. It just seems like beeswax isn't a frequent thing, I should say. So that's super annoying. But anyway, I have her come here to the cottage living world. I forget what, Henford on Bagley, and I have her sell some of her produce because in the descriptions for this challenge it says that you have to sell your produce like to someone. So I thought, I guess I could just go to Henford on Bagley and sell it to the shop owners there. So we get that done, and we do it a second time in this episode. But yeah, anyway, he's home from work, I think, but anyway, I have them all asleep because they were in a really, really bad mood. I have Ileana, I think her name is Ileana. I might be getting it wrong because it's just kind of a weird name to say. But anyway, it's Harvest Fest, so I had her make a grand meal. And then after everyone eats their grand meal and we decorate the house, I have her just check on the plants for a second. I have her harvest some things, and then we go back to Henford on Bagley to sell more items. So we're gonna sell, I think, like a lot of items this time. As you can see, it's so much, and we get $500, almost $500 for it. So that was pretty successful. But yeah, anyway, just working on his skills. It's just really hard though because he is experiencing burnout, so his skills weren't really going up for his job, which was kind of unfortunate. But for her, she did get level 2 handiness, which still means we have a while to go because, you know, we have to get to level 10 handiness. This isn't just like reach level 5 or whatever. It's just she actually has to get to level 10 handiness for this generation of this Let's Play. But anyhow, I have her go make a candle again. We do a lot of candle making in this episode, but I had an issue with when we tried to submit the candles through the freelancer tab on the computer. It wouldn't send to the client when I did it through the computer, but when I did it through her inventory, it sent to the client, and we only had one left, and I sent the rest through the computer, which didn't actually send to the client. So that sucked, but I had to wait a bit longer in this episode. We have about 1 minute and 30 seconds left, but I had her just wait a bit more, I just had her work on her fabrication skill in the meantime. And then finally I checked if there was beeswax again. And I think in a couple of seconds I check again and there is. But right now we're just focusing on her fabrication skill. Yeah, this is just a grind of her focusing on her fabrication skill right now. But at least she completed this milestone of her aspiration, which is good. She just needs to achieve level 7 of the fabrication skill. But anyway, so I'm gonna check if the bees have beeswax, and they do, so that's good. The other one didn't, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's still okay. We make another cylindrical candle for her and send that off. And then I kind of cheated here because the original candles I made didn't send to anyone because I submitted them through the computer. So I cheated here and had her complete the job task because I should have got compensation for the original candles I made. But anyway, this is the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye.